My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus hasn't eaten anything since he was captured in the Garden of Gethsemane. He's taken before Pilate, he is condemned, he is scourged to the pillar. They've put the crown of thorns on his head, and now he is given the cross to carry. The robe that he's wearing is rough, and it really rubs on the wounds of Jesus, of the scourging. Nobody put any kind of balm, anything to wash those wounds. And so the rough cloth would have rubbed on him. And of course it's really warm in Israel. The sweat, the saltiness would have gotten into the wounds. And now he's given his cross. If we take a look at the crosses we have today, they're all made from polished wood, nicely polished, sanded, stained with nice golden oak colors. But the cross that Jesus would have been given would have been two trees put together. The splinters and everything would have been there, constantly rubbing against him. The unevenness of the cross would definitely be there. And yet Jesus takes this cross, knowing that by taking the cross, he is going to be nailed to it. And yet, he continues to take this cross. Today we see crosses in a whole different light. If we've done something wrong and we get to face the consequences of our actions, we think that God has given us this cross to carry. And we complain, we say, I know, God, you gave me this cross because I did this and this and this. So that's why I got this cross. Of course, we can be humorous about it and say some people think that their spouses are the crosses they're to carry. Some people think it's their children. Some people think it's their neighbors, their bosses. Those are not crosses. And yet, what is the cross that we carry? The story is told about a very religious man who always told Jesus that the cross that he was given was very heavy. And he said, I pray that you give me something lighter than this. And so Jesus finally agrees, takes him into a big room where there are a whole bunch of crosses. And Jesus says to him, okay, go ahead, choose your own cross. So the man puts the cross down by the door, and he goes to the next one, nearest to the door, and picks it up. Can't pick it up, and says, oh boy, this one's heavy. And as he goes, he finds each and every cross that he lifts heavy. He has to put it down. And he's going throughout the room, and finally he comes and he picks up the cross, and he says, I can carry this one. Before he realizes that it was the cross he had put down. My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus carried his cross, not because he was guilty, but because he wanted us to know that in every trial, every temptation that we face, that is a cost of our discipleship. That is a cost of our discipleship. Truly, we know this. If it was easy to be a Catholic, you know what? have had to build a new church. We'd have had to build a whole new church. We'd find no parking spots, even if we had masses 5 or 6 times on Sunday, even twice on Saturday. But it's not easy to be Catholic, because we always wonder why people stay away. Oh, the cross that you guys carry is too much. Because every time you guys sin, you have to go for reconciliation. You have to tell a priest everything you did wrong. Well, why do we have to do that? Because God has already forgiven us. He died on the cross for us. That is the cost of our discipleship, that we keep the sacraments, that we profess our faith. Today, on the second station, we truly meditate on this, that our cross is not a burden, but rather a joy that is given to us. And the cross that we get, the cost of our discipleship, the things that we do, will only be the things that God feels we can do. It does not give us more than we can do. Each and every one of us is given our own task. And yet, do we accept our task willingly? We haven't been scourged. We haven't fasted to the point of death. We haven't done anything that would even come close to what Jesus faced at this second station. So today I'd like to invite each and every one of you. Take a look at your lives. When was the last time you complained about the cross you carry? If we can carry our cross and help others carry their cross, then we have truly understood the cost of our discipleship.